Good to have you back. We aren't just covering a standard bracket update today. This is a seismic event shaking the foundations of sports marketing right now. You see, the power dynamics in global branding don't always evolve at a glacial pace. Sometimes the script flips in a heartbeat. At this very second, those tectonic plates are moving at Nike's world headquarters in Beaverton, Oregon, where a rising prospect is transitioning from rumor to headline act. It's happening fast. For generations, that swoosh has been synonymous with tennis royalty, a dynasty constructed by the immortals of the game. We're talking about the bad boy swagger of John McEnroe, Andre Agassi completely reinventing on-court fashion and the clinical precision of Pete Sampras. Then came the modern titans, Rafa Nadal, Roger Federer, and the absolute dominance of Venus and Serena Williams. Wearing Nike wasn't just a sponsorship, it was a coronation. But come February 2026, that torch is silently being handed off to the next in line. Sources broke the news this week when 20-year-old Filipino phenom Alex stepped onto the campus in Oregon. She didn't get the standard welcome. She got the red carpet. This wasn't about trying on shoes, it was about defining an era. Industry buzz suggests Alex isn't just signing a contract, she is being groomed to carry the entire tennis division on her shoulders. Let that sink in for a moment. We are talking about the type of white glove treatment usually saved for legends like Tiger Woods, LeBron James, or Cristiano Ronaldo. The money on the table is absolutely mind-blowing. Financial experts are whispering about a 3-year package hitting $45 million. You heard me right, $45 million. If the ink dries on that, Alex instantly jumps to the top of the list for highest-paid female athletes on the planet. When you combine her electric skill set, international draw, and the timing of it all, Nike's aggressive play starts to make perfect sense. This move is happening right at a decisive crossroads for the company. Only a few days back, confirmed reports stated that Emma Raducanu, the 2021 U.S. Open winner and longtime Nike face, walked away to sign a monster contract with Uniqlo. She was the anchor for their global campaigns for years. Now that seat is empty, and it looks like Alex is the one sliding into it. Just as her previous partnership was winding down, the competition swooped in. Word is they put a massive offer on the table, around $3.5 million annually, plus huge incentives for winning, putting her right next to Roger Federer on their exclusive team. That switch sent tremors through the business because Nike wasn't just losing talent, they were losing their grip. People started asking tough questions about their long-term stability with other headliners like Aryna Sabalenka. The swoosh needed a new icon. They needed a future, someone young, explosive, marketable, and dominant, and that hunt took them straight to Southeast Asia. They didn't just find a player, they found a movement. Alex isn't just taking sets, she is sparking a firestorm across a nation of more than 110 million people. In the Philippines, where basketball is basically religion, tennis is suddenly hitting the mainstream conversation because of her. Every time she hits the court, social timelines blow up, engagement goes through the roof, and the algorithms go crazy. And major corporations are waking up to the fact that this isn't about moving sneakers. It's about cracking one of Asia's hottest markets and tapping into a fiercely supportive Filipino community worldwide. However, this narrative isn't just marketing fluff. It is backed by cold, hard stats. Her performance between the lines makes the buzz impossible to dismiss. As of February 23, 2026, she climbed to world number 31, a personal best and the highest rank ever for a Filipino player in WTA history. She didn't just crack the top 100 or 50, she is inside the top 35. Every milestone is history, and every victory proves she's the real deal. She is taking down Grand Slam winners. She is going toe-to-toe with the top 5 on hard courts. She is evolving into a legitimate threat. Sources inside Beaverton say the vibe is intense. Design labs were supposedly overhauled, decked out with prototype apparel strategies for the Asian market and blueprints for a worldwide launch centered on Alex. The rumors get even wilder. Some are hinting at a potential collaboration with the iconic Jordan brand. If that pans out, it's an absolute jackpot because back in the Philippines, a country that lives and breathes hoops, the Jordan logo is basically sacred. Merging that heritage with the nation's premier tennis ace could build one of the most potent brand crossovers in sports history. As we watch this unfold, we have to grasp not only Alex's meteoric ascent, but why Nike is ready to drop a reported $45 million on her potential and what that signals for the sport's future. How does a deal like this come together? Nobody just wakes up at age 20 and finds themselves the main topic in corporate boardrooms without paying their dues. Alex's journey didn't start in a massive arena. It started in Quezon City back in the Philippines, picking up a racket at 4 years old under her grandfather's watchful eye. She possessed the kind of raw ability that simply demanded attention. That potential carried her halfway around the globe to Spain for elite training at the prestigious Rafa Nadal Academy in Manacor. Her time there forged her entire playing style, creating a distinct on-court persona. She is a lefty powerhouse featuring a deadly two-handed backhand smart court sense and non-stop aggression from the baseline. Rafael Nadal's strategic DNA is written all over her performance. She first grabbed the spotlight in 2022 by snagging the girls' singles crown at the U.S. Open Junior Tournament, though dominating the junior circuit is no promise of future glory. Honestly, the leap from teenage sensation to tour-level contender is exactly where countless prospects flame out. The pace quickens, rivals are tougher, and the psychological strain turns constant. Over the next few seasons, Alex put in the work on the ITF circuit, the gritty testing ground for aspiring pros. She secured 5 ITF championships between 2020 and 2024. Avoiding the headlines, she focused on physical conditioning and skill refinement to prepare for her big break, which finally arrived in 2025. Sitting near world rank 140, she received a wildcard entry for the Miami Open main draw. She did not just participate, she sent a message. She did not merely show up, she owned the court. She kicked things off by shocking former French Open winner Jelena Ostapenko before knocking out American heavy hitter Madison Keys. Then, in a clash that sent tremors through the entire tennis community, she took down multiple Grand Slam champion Iga Swiatek. Just consider the magnitude of that, a 19-year-old wildcard beating a current giant of the game without dropping a set. When the dust settled, Alex had accomplished a historic first. She stood as the only wild card ever to sweep 3 Grand Slam winners in straight sets during one WTA 1000 tournament. This was not about luck or media buzz, it was pure courageous tennis under fire. That singular performance catapulted her into the top 100 landing at number 75 globally. The sport was paying attention, and crucially, the Miami success was not a fleeting moment. It proved a vital point: Alex was not a one-hit wonder who would vanish into obscurity. She refused to let up. And as 2026 rolled around, the anticipation hit fever pitch. While carrying a country's dreams crushes many young prospects, the weight did not break Alex. It energized her. She kicked off the 2026 campaign by storming into the ASB Classic semifinals, followed by her highly anticipated main draw premiere at the Australian Open, where crowds reportedly queued for hours just to catch her first round on a side court. However, the true validation arrived late that February at the grueling Dubai Tennis Championships, and this was far more than a heartwarming story. This was pure authority. Alex muscled into the quarterfinals, knocking out elite rivals, including a marquee victory over top 10 star Jasmine Paolini. That impressive stretch elevated her standing to a career-best world number 31. She vaulted more than 100 places in the global standings in a single year. Gone was the scrappy underdog label. She had transformed into a legitimate danger the specific opponent top seeds pray they do not draw early. With her reputation solidified by consistent performance, the corporate sector began to pay close attention. Here is where Nike's reaction gets truly intriguing, considering the shifting terrain of the sportswear industry. The golden age, led by icons like Serena Williams and Maria Sharapova, who drove billions in global revenue, has officially closed. In more recent times, Naomi Osaka has wielded massive influence for the label. Nike, however, always strategizes for the coming decade, and Emma Raducanu's departure to Uniqlo created a significant void in their international marketing plan. Having constructed massive campaigns following her U.S. Open 2021 win, Nike suddenly lacked a Gen Z female tennis anchor, sparking urgency as rivals like Asics and Adidas aggressively court the next wave of buyers. The brand required a fresh ambassador quickly, which is exactly where Alex fits into the narrative. Truthfully, the company has been quietly supporting her since her developmental days. Currently, they seem poised to upgrade that partnership into something far more significant. However, a vast gulf exists between silently funding a junior hopeful and molding that athlete into the face of a global franchise. That evolution seems to be in motion as industry watchers and observant online forums spotted something remarkable during her trip to the Beaverton headquarters. Multiple sources claim Alex's likeness has monopolized prime internal advertising real estate walls previously reserved for established legends. This was not a subtle nudge. It was main event positioning because the company knows precisely what Alex brings to the table. She is more than just a competitor. She is the gateway to one of the most lucrative emerging sectors in sports. Southeast Asia holds hundreds of millions of tech-savvy consumers with rising spending power. Although tennis has historically relied on North America and Europe, Asia stands as the next great horizon. Over 10 years back, Lena helped spark the tennis boom in China. Alex is starting a comparable revolution throughout Southeast Asia, but she is making it happen in the age of the internet. The moment she walks onto the court, millions of fans online immediately dissect and praise every piece of gear she has on. That kind of sway extends way past the game as Alex effortlessly mixes her gameplay with her personality. You could see this clearly in her recent project with Vogue Philippines and Nike, which was definitely not your average sports shoot. It was a major statement where at just 20, Alex combined high-end athletic vibes with her heritage to show off pride and ambition. One highlight was a custom fit designed with national themes, serving as a quiet yet heavy acknowledgement of her background. Rumor has it Nike even shipped her custom accessories before Wimbledon featuring local floral designs tied to her culture. We are talking about strategic storytelling here since they are not just moving units like the Vapor Pro 3. They are constructing a legacy of drive and identity, establishing Alex as a genuine cultural figure rather than merely a competitor. The fact that a corporate giant like Nike is doubling down on Filipino imagery proves just how critical Alex is to their master plan for the future.